Man, you guys sure showed up in a big way. I asked for y'all's help, and the outpouring of support and ideas and all that stuff was pretty incredible in that last video. And I wanted to say thank you guys, first and foremost. And because of all of your guys' input, I think I've made some solid changes to the way that I'm running the channel, and I think it's going to result in a lot better content for you guys. And there are going to be some other minute changes that are going to go on in the background, and I wanted to let you guys know all of that stuff just so that you could see the fruits of your own labor right in front of your eyes. It's one of the few things that's cool about YouTube, where you get instant feedback, and this time you guys are getting the instant feedback, not just me. Hey y'all, real quick, I wanted to let y'all know that tomorrow and Sunday, Cardo is running another flash sale. You can get 15% off the Pack Talk Pro, which is the deepest discount they've offered yet, and you can get up to 25% off everything else in the store. All you have to do is use the code SPIKE10 at checkout. It's the perfect time to upgrade or grab yourself your first comm system so that you're ready for the season. You'll also be supporting the longest running sponsor of the channel. Show Cardo some love, and again, that code is SPIKE10 for up to 25% off Cardos on Saturday and Sunday.
Alright, so in an effort to keep this a little bit brief, because it doesn't need to be super long, I'm just going to try to go through stuff as fast as I can. You know, this is the second video on the same topic-ish in like a week, so let's make it happen. The first thing I wanted to say is the reviews. Obviously, they are coming back in a big way. I mentioned that in the other video. The biggest thing that I noticed in the comments was people wanted late model motorcycles. Totally get it. I totally get it. I also noticed some people looking for smaller displacement stuff. Don't worry, there's going to be some of that in there. There's, you know, a bunch of really great options out there that I can get through the folks at AF1. And anything that rolls through their dealership. They're about to start getting a lot of stuff in because the season is getting on and people are going to be trading their old bike for their new bike. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of bikes coming and going. The second big thing that I noticed everybody looking for is a little bit more structure out of the channel, and that I also totally get. To give you a peek behind the curtains, a lot of my thought process is I wake up one morning and I'm like, you know what, I really want to talk about this, and so I talk about that. That's an okay way to go about stuff. It's not a great way to do it though, so I'm definitely going to be focusing on making sure there's a structure and an organization. I'm not sure that like Monday is going to be motorcycle review day, mostly just because I'm not sure I can have a motorcycle to review every Monday. You know what I mean? But I am going to try to put together a structure so that you guys know what to expect. Another thing you're going to start seeing a lot more of is shorts. I'm going to start, I found a service, actually, it's called Opus Clip, that a lot of people use. A ton. I guarantee you've seen Opus Clip stuff before. And it allows me to basically take one of my videos and have AI sort of chop it up, and then I can go in and edit some stuff so that I can turn some of the longer videos into shorts. It's going to be a nice way for me to put pieces of content in larger videos to just, you know, maybe send some folks towards that video who might have missed it, or, you know, maybe there's a moment that's really funny and, you know, we want to clip it out. But I also want to start doing like super short reviews on stuff, like something that might not get a whole video may just get a 3-minute short review, because shorts can be 3 minutes now. Gear reviews are definitely going to be happening. I've got a list of products that I want to go through, so some of it will be sponsored. I know some people tend to be wary of sponsored reviews, or like where I get something for free. Just remember, I never put anything on the channel that I wouldn't feel comfortable recommending or purchasing myself. I definitely want there to be a weekly or bi-weekly news roundup. The initial the initial thought behind it was that it would be bi-weekly. I want it to be bi-weekly again, at least. And then, you know, maybe one of these days, or 1 week, we have a really heavy news week. A lot of people are, just like, I got pilloried in those comments, being like, Harley sucks, fuck Harley, never talk about Harley again. Okay, fine. We've got the giveaway V-Rod, so once that's done, we won't do Harley Davidson giveaways. That's just done and dusted. And we'll only see Harley news if I can make another news roundup. I will cover their bikes if I have an opportunity. You know, like if I get my hands on a Pan Am ST, you'll see a full review. But yeah, I'm gonna dial it back, along with a lot of my personal garage stuff. I'm gonna winnow down my garage. Some bikes are currently on the chopping block that will be out of the garage, and maybe that'll allow me to purchase a bike for a season and do like a super long-term review. Like, I really want to do a CF Moto 675 SS. I want to see if I can get my hands on one of those. Who knows if that's going to cost $8,000 or $16,000 or $24,000. It kind of depends. So we'll see. But yeah, I'd really like to start doing long-term reviews on stuff. And to do that, I need more room in the garage. That means my personal garage is getting winnowed down. I also saw a lot of people looking for more like travel and just general vlog style stuff. That is going to happen. I'm actually currently planning a trip right now to the Sisters, some of the twistiest roads, best route in Texas. So we'll go down there. Maybe I'll get back out to Big Bend again. I probably won't ride down there because it's a really boring ride. So maybe I'll just put something in my van and take the VMAX down there or something like that. That would be cool. Now, one thing I do want to say is that I wouldn't expect a lot of these changes to happen overnight. A lot of content is currently in the pipeline. You know, for example, the V-Rod stuff. The V-Rod stuff is going to be happening between now and June 17th or 15th when the giveaway ends. So there's going to be V-Rod content for like the next 2 months. Harley build content, VMAX build content. That stuff is still in the pipeline. I'm just going to make sure that I'm diluting it with more of the stuff that y'all want. Now, this brings me to the biggest change that you're going to see on the channel in the next probably week or so. And I wanted to let you guys know that this is coming, and I wanted to explain why it's happening. So, currently I run a Patreon page. Patreon is, crowdfunding essentially. And I think there's like 200 or 300 people on there who are paying right now, and they are directly supporting my editor, who his name is Mario. He does some amazing work. If you want to see Mario's handiwork, watch the Thruxton review. Mario did that one, and he crushed it. And what I really want to do is I want to get to a point where I'm no longer editing content. I am not a very good editor, which is ironic when you consider that is the reason why I was hired at Yami in the first place. But I'm not a particularly great editor. So what I want to do is I want to either expand the videos that I'm giving to Mario, the current editor, or I want to bring on a second editor. But in order to do that, I need to increase the amount of money coming into the channel every month so that I can budget for it. And so that is why we are seeing channel memberships. That is the sole reason. I'm not trying to like buy myself a Maserati or anything out here. It is so that I can deliver better content to y'all. Now, let me explain how this works just a little bit. So there's 3 tiers right now. It's basically going to be the same as Patreon. The first tier, the basic tier, $3.99 a month. that is basically a supporter tier. You're just like kicking a couple of bucks in a tip jar every month, and for that you're going to get loyalty badges, which basically it's this like little colored icon that'll be next to your name that changes based on the amount of time that you are supporting the channel. The second one is there's some custom emojis that I'm currently making. And then the last thing you get at that tier is basically your comments will be flagged to me, so I'll see them and I'll respond to them faster. So that's that. Basic tier. Second tier on YouTube will get you access to the Discord server, behind the scenes stuff, and early access to videos. All of that's going to happen through the Discord server. So you'll be able to connect your YouTube account to Discord, and Discord will let you into the server, and then you'll get access to some cool stuff. And I'll be hanging out in the server and chatting with y'all. Now, the third tier, you're going to get an exclusive video once a month. That is, you're going to get a completely extra piece of content. This is a way for me to make that super niche content that like the fans, that the hardcore people want to see, but that generally people wouldn't care about. I don't want you to think I'm withholding content from y'all. That's not what's happening. I'm basically just making a new piece of content that is more like my garage focused. You know, maybe one, like the first one is going to be putting Olins on the VMAX. Now, if you look, the pricing on YouTube and Patreon are different. Why are they different? YouTube costs more because YouTube takes more of a cut from me personally. YouTube's cut is 30%, Patreon's cut is 8%. So that is why the YouTube membership is more expensive than the Patreon membership. I did the math, and basically by scaling things this way, everything basically shakes out in the wash. You'll also notice that if you go to Patreon, at the $3 tier, you get everything that's at the $5 tier on YouTube. Kind of an incentive to drive people to Patreon. I also want to stress that the membership stuff, totally optional. Totally optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's just there for people who want to support the channel. And again, all of that cash is going to go to my editors, my editing team, which currently it's one guy, but it may be 2 people, depending on Mario's schedule. And there you have it. Just kind of a update on everything. I wanted to say thank you here at the end to all those folks who left comments. Some of them were brutally honest, and I appreciate it. You know, it's always good to have a gut check on the state of the channel every now and again. I probably should have done it a long time ago, but let me know your thoughts on all of this stuff down in the comments below. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. See you later.